Ancient humans died at 30. You've heard it. You've repeated it. It sounds like settled history. It's not. That number is technically true and almost completely misleading at the same time. The real story underneath it is both darker in its details and more surprising in its conclusions than anything the popular version gives you. Because here's what nobody tells you. The adults who survived childhood in the Stone Age, most of them lived to their 60s and 70s. So why does everyone think they died at 30? That's exactly what we're unpacking today. Before the data, one thing you need to understand. The 30-year number is called life expectancy at birth. It is an average across the entire population, including every baby that died in its first week. And in the ancient world, that number was enormous. Researchers estimate 30 to 50% of children died before reaching adulthood. Most of those deaths happened before age 2. When you average all those infant deaths alongside adults who live to 70, you get a number that looks like 30. 10 people. 5 die before age 5. 5 live to 70. Average life expectancy? 36. But nobody died at 36. Half the group lived to 70. That number is statistically real and experientially meaningless. That is exactly what is happening with the Stone Age data. So if adults lived longer than we think, what was actually killing people in the ancient world, the answer is darker than you expect. Studies across multiple hunter-gatherer populations, the Hadza of Tanzania, the Ake of Paraguay, the Hiwi of Venezuela, found a remarkably consistent pattern. High mortality in the first few years of life. Then a dramatic drop through the danger years. Then a gradual rise again beginning around age 40 or 50. Exactly like a modern mortality curve. Just shifted to higher rates at every age because of zero medical intervention. And here is the number that should go viral. The modal age of adult death, the single most common age adults actually died, was 70 to 72 years old. Not 30. Not 40. 70. So the question was never, why did ancient humans die at 30? The real question is, why did so many children never make it to adulthood? 3 killers. Each one has a twist you won't see coming. Killer 1 disease. Here's the counterintuitive part. Hunter-gatherers were actually better protected from major epidemics than the people who came after them. Smallpox, measles, plague, these are density-dependent diseases. They need large, concentrated populations to survive. A small band of 40 hunter-gatherers the disease burns through, runs out of hosts, and dies. The agricultural revolution, farming, settlements, cities made infectious disease dramatically worse. Not better. Worse, that's the part that never makes it into textbooks. Killer 2 childbirth. Maternal mortality ran 1 to 2% per birth. A woman giving birth 8 times in her life faced a cumulative death risk of 5 to 8%. Roughly 1 in 12 women in some populations died as a direct result of pregnancy and delivery. Every single time. Killer 3, the one nobody mentions. A broken bone today, 6 weeks, and a cast. In the ancient world, that same bone gets infected. Infection becomes sepsis. Sepsis kills you in 4 days. The gap between ancient and modern mortality is not because their bodies were weaker. It is because they had no antibiotics. But if adults lived to 70, why don't the bones show it? Because the methodology was broken for decades. Estimating age from a skeleton works well up to about 50. After that, genuinely difficult. So archaeologists did what made sense at the time. They lumped every adult over 50 into one category. Older adult. No further detail. That compressed all the 60, 70, and 80-year-olds into one vague bucket, making ancient populations look far younger than they were. When researchers returned with updated methods, the picture shifted every single time. More old people. Longer lives. A population that looked far more like our own than anyone originally believed so. Why did ancient humans die young? Most of them didn't. What was catastrophically high was infant and child mortality. Deaths from childbirth. Deaths from infections that a single antibiotic pill would stop cold today. The 30-year number captures something real and tragic. It just doesn't capture what most people think it captures. Modern medicine did not extend the ceiling of human lifespan. Humans have always been biologically capable of living to 70 or 80. What we did was raise the floor. We stopped so many people from dying before they ever got the chance to discover how long they were always capable of living. That is a different achievement than the myth suggests, and honestly, it's a more remarkable one. And if that's true, if Stone Age hunter-gatherers were already biologically built to live to 70, then what does that mean for what the next century of medicine might actually unlock? We're not trying to push past a ceiling we've already hit. We haven't even found the ceiling yet. That conversation is next. It's right there. Don't stop now.